Hello, welcome to Engineer's Gospel. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to enter into a Marian covenant at Kreupasanam Marian Shrine. Before proceeding further, I would like to let you know that I'm not officially associated with Kreupasanam Shrine. I heard about this shrine about 4 years ago, um, and I would like to share. I was actually studying about this shrine during these 4 years, and now I'm at a position where I can talk to you about the shrine and about this very special Marian covenant that's happening at the shrine. If you would like to watch the official videos from the shrine, that is available at the official Kreupasanam YouTube channel, Father VP Joseph Kreupasanam Official. That is the official YouTube channel. Most of the videos, I think 99% of the videos are in Malayalam. So if you know the Malayalam language, then you should go and watch the official Kreupasanam YouTube channel. But if you do not know, I mean, most of my subscribers do not know Malayalam, which is why they have subscribed to my channel. So this is for the English speaking viewers mostly. If you do know Malayalam, please go to the official Kreupasanam YouTube channel. Now, the contents of this video include what Marian covenant is and most of the frequently asked questions on Marian covenant, then the origin of Marian covenant at Kreupasanam, the 6 conditions of Marian covenant, then 2 ways of entering into a Marian covenant if you would like to do that, then blessed Marian covenant materials, then significance of covenant candles and their colors, and how to enter into an online Marian covenant, then suggested prerequisites for entering into an online Marian covenant, then how to renew an online covenant Marian covenant, and how to give testimony after receiving blessings, and how to share your experience in the comment session. I will first answer the big question: what is a Marian covenant? A Marian covenant is a bilateral agreement that a covenanter, that could be you, a covenanter makes with Jesus Christ, in which the covenanter agrees to complete 6 covenant conditions for a period of 90 days and submit 6 prayer intentions through the intercession of Holy Mary, the Traveler Mother of Kreupasanam. Now, to understand a Marian covenant, you need to understand what a covenant is. A covenant is an agreement between 2 parties. So both parties agree to do certain things. So and in a covenantee is a person or an entity to whom a covenant is made, and covenanter is a person who enters into the covenant. And covenant period means the duration of covenant validity. That means it is the covenant that is made is valid during that period. So in a Marian covenant, there are 3 parties involved. The first one is covenantee, that is Jesus Christ. And in any covenant, both parties will be putting forward certain things. That both parties, one party, for example, party A and party B. So party A will be putting forward certain conditions that party B needs to follow, and party B will be putting forward some requirements that party A needs to follow. That's how a covenant is made, right? That's how the agreement or a contract. This is similar to a contract. So you know how a contract works, right? So both there will be 2 parties minimum in a contract, and then both parties will agree to do what the other party tells them to do, right? So in this in the case of Marian covenant, the covenantee is Jesus Christ, and the covenantee has put forward 6 conditions for the covenanter to follow, and the covenanter submits 6 prayer intentions. And the third party that is involved in a Marian covenant is the intercessor, that is Holy Mary, the Traveler Mother of Kreupasanam. The covenant period is the Marian covenant period is for 90 days. This is called Marian covenant because we are doing this covenant through the intercession of Mother Mary. Even though this is called Marian covenant, you are doing the covenant to Jesus Christ. You're entering covenant with God. Mother Mary is the intercessor here. So that means you need to be faithful to the covenant that you're making, because you cannot give false statements to God. You are answerable to all the statements that you're making to God. So if you do not follow the covenant that you are making, then you would have to confess that, because you are giving word to God that you will follow certain things, and if you are not following it after that, then it becomes a sin. So during the when you're making covenant, you will be giving up 3 sins. If you are giving a word to God that you will give up your habit of drinking alcohol, then you are obliged to keep up with your word, and you should give word to God that you will not do any sin, any bad things. You have to give up all the bad habits that you have, because when you are doing covenant, after you do the covenant, the Holy Mary, the traveler mother of Kreupasanam, is coming to your home. When Mother Mary is coming to your home, Jesus will also be coming to your home. When both of these are coming to your home, that is when Jesus and Mother Mary, both of them are present at your home, then your home will be like the home where the wedding at Cana happened. So the same thing that happened at the wedding at Cana will happen in your home. That miracles will happen in your home. The miracle at Cana happened because Mother Mary was there as an invited guest, and she intervened in their need. That's why that miracle happened. And because during the covenant period, Mother Mary is coming to your home and staying at your home, she will, if you have a physical need, or when you're encountering an issue during that covenant period, she will see it and she will intercede for it in front of her Son. When you do the covenant with Mother Mary, you should invite Mother Mary to your home. When you submit your 6 prayer intentions, either online at the website of Kreupasanam Marian Shrine, or when you submit your prayer intentions in the box where it is supposed to be kept at Kreupasanam Shrine, wherever you submit it, after you submit it either of these 2 locations, once you submit your prayer intentions, then your job is done. Then it is Mother Mary's responsibility to get your prayer intentions granted. Then after you submit your prayer intentions, you do not need to worry about those 6 prayer intentions that you have submitted, because it is Mother Mary's job from now on. Mother Mary will not give up or would not avoid anyone who has done a Marian covenant, as long as you are faithful towards your covenant. When you are making a covenant, what is happening? The sanctification of one soul is happening there. When you do the covenant, you will become sanctified. When you're doing Marian covenant, you can submit 6 prayer intentions. Your prayer intentions could be either yours, your relatives, your spouses, or your children's, or your parents. It doesn't matter, or your friends. It doesn't matter to for whom you are praying. You can submit your prayer intentions according to your choice. Just like Mother Mary helped the family at the wedding at Cana, Mother Mary will help your family as well. Just like the at the home at wedding at Cana, just like Mother Mary told the servants at that house to do what Jesus tells them to do, Mother Mary is asking us also to do what Jesus tells us to do, so that the miracle can happen. How does the miracle happen at the wedding at Cana? Mother Mary, even though Jesus tells Mother Mary that it is not yet time for that miracle, still Mother Mary goes ahead and talks to the servants directly and directs them to go to Jesus and to do what Jesus tells them to do. So then Jesus had to do the miracle, even though it was not time yet to do that miracle. And Jesus tells the servants to take those vessels and fill the vessels with water, and then those vessels those that water was turned into wine, right? So same way, even if regardless of time, because this Mother Mary, as you can see in the picture, she is the mother of time as well. She can bring forward the time, she can shorten the time lag, and she can bring the miracle happen soon. So she will intercede for you, and what she asks you to do though is to do what Jesus tells you to do. Just like at the wedding at Cana, she told the servants to do what Jesus tells them to do, right? That was required from the servants to make that miracle happen. The servants had to do what Jesus tells them to do. What did the servants do? They filled those vessels with water. That was their job. Then to convert that water into wine was the job of Jesus, right? The same way, here in your life also, you have to do what Jesus tells you to do, and then converting that those actions into miracle is the job of Jesus, and that will be done through the intercession of Mother Mary. When you do everything that Jesus tells you to do, then miracle will happen in your life, in your home as well. Your prayer intentions will definitely be granted. When you do Marian covenant, the most important requirement or the most important condition of Marian covenant is that you should become holy. That is, you should be sanctified. What does it mean by becoming holy? That means we should give up our sins. We should give up all our sinful ways, and we should start living as the children of God. When you sincerely do that, try to do that, then Mother Mary, through her intercession, will get the grace granted from Jesus Christ for you to live in it, to maintain that. When you do that beginning, when you do the covenant, you start doing start living a holy life, then you need grace to continue in it. So that grace will be given to you by Jesus through the intercession of Mother Mary, and you should seek her help. You should seek her intercession for that grace, so that you can live in the follow up with the decisions that you made, so that you can be faithful to all those conditions for the period of 90 days and even after that. I will discuss in detail about all the 6 conditions of Marian covenant that you need to follow in further later during this video. Let's move on to the frequently asked questions about a Marian covenant. Then the frequently asked questions on Marian covenant: do I need to be a Christian to enter into Marian covenant? No, you don't have to be a Christian to enter into a Marian covenant. All you need to do is, there are 6 conditions that you need to follow, that you just have to follow during those 90 days when you are in the Marian covenant. That's the only requirement. Then how long is the Marian covenant? It's for 90 days. Then how do I have to visit Kreupasanam shrine to make a Marian covenant? No, not necessarily. You don't necessarily need to visit Kreupasanam shrine. You can do either an online covenant, which doesn't require a visit, or you can make a covenant directly by visiting the shrine. Okay, so then you can choose to visit the Kreupasanam shrine to make the Marian covenant, but you don't have to. You can do that online from the Kreupasanam website. Okay, then what happens after 90 days? So after 90 days of the covenant period, then the covenanter can choose to give the testimony about the favors received through Mother Mary. And also sometimes they for some prayer requests, it might need, God may ask you to continue, God will require you to be continue in the covenant for a period. Sometimes there are testimonies where they say that they had been in the Marian covenant for about 1 year and then they received their blessing. So it could be that God's time hasn't come yet. So then that means you can renew the covenant in that situation. And how long is the covenant renewal for? Each renewal is same like the original Marian covenant. So each renewal is for 90 days. Then where or how can I make an online covenant? Through the Kreupasanam website. You can I will give you more details about how to enter into online covenant and how you can do that and everything. That's pretty much this video is about. So you listen to rest of the video, you will get more details about online covenant. Okay, then what are the 6 conditions that or 6 things that I have to do as part of the covenant agreement? That also I will give you more details in the in this video. Okay, so listen to the rest of the video. Then where is the Kreupasanam shrine located? It is in located in a place called Kalabur, and that is in Alappuzha district in the state of Kerala in India. Then how can I attend covenant retreats? There is a condition, one of the conditions of Marian covenant is that you attend Marian covenant retreats. So if you know Malayalam language, you can attend those in official Kreupasanam YouTube channel. Father VP Joseph Official, that is the name of the YouTube channel. In the live section, if you go to the live section of this YouTube channel, you can see the covenant retreats uploaded there. So, and I have also uploaded 6 covenant retreats translated into English, because in order to complete a Marian covenant, you need to attend 6 Marian covenants, covenant retreats. But if you do not know Malayalam, it will be very difficult for you to attend those 6 retreats. Well, it is there in the YouTube channel. You can switch it on and listen to it. But if you don't understand Malayalam language, what's the point, right? So I have there are, Marian covenant retreats has been happening for years. But I have translated 6 Marian covenant retreats just for you, so that you can, if you do not know Malayalam language, then you can listen to my 6 videos, the translations during your covenant period, so that you can complete the conditions faithfully and still receive all the 6 prayer requests that you're looking for. Okay. But I would suggest you strongly that if you know Malayalam language, then you must listen to the original Malayalam version of the video, the covenant retreat that is done by Father VP Joseph. It is uploaded on every Tuesday in the official YouTube channel, Father VP Joseph Official, in the live session. You go to the live section and you will see that. If you are located in North America, you will get the Marian covenant retreat about in the morning, approximately about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. or 4 a.m., depending on what your location is, like where you are in the time zone. You will get it on Tuesday morning. But if you are in India or other Asian countries, you might get it around noon or in the evening, okay, depending on where you are, which time zone you are in. So then about the origin of Marian covenant at Kreupasanam, it is done, this origin of Marian covenant is from Mother Mary herself, and she gave messages to Dr. Father VP Joseph and to R. Vijay Kumar about the sins and blessings that you can receive, and based on her, the direction of Mother Mary, they have given out this Marian covenant from Kreupasanam shrine. Then the 6 conditions of Marian covenant. The Marian covenant include a morning prayer that you have to recite, and an evening prayer. The morning prayer would take like 5 or 6 minutes to complete, and evening covenant prayer might take 2-3 minutes to finish. And in addition to that, you have to do these 6 conditions. The first one is be free from sins and live in love, as per Galatians 5 verses 19 to 23. Then the second one is to attend 6 Kreupasanam Marian Covenant retreats online. Then the third condition, gospel propagation mission, distribution of Kreupasanam news. Fourth, fasting and 1 day per week, that's skipping 1 meal per day on a Wednesday or a Saturday of your choice. You have to do that fasting every week, that is skipping 1 meal per day. Then a prayerful reading of the Bible for 30 minutes daily. Then completing an act of mercy once per week. You can, if you don't know what are acts of mercy, you can refer to Matthew chapter 25 verses 35 to 36. So we will talk about the first, the last 3 conditions. That is number 4, 5, and 6, the conditions. The fourth condition is pretty much self-explanatory. That is, you fast 1 day per week. That has to be either on a Wednesday or on a Saturday. And the fasting means, it doesn't mean that you have to skip all the meals of the day. You just have to skip 1 meal. But that has to be one main meal, I would suggest. That means you skip either a lunch or a dinner. Skip 1 meal. Most people do lunch, but sometimes if you forget to skip lunch, then skip the dinner. The preference is for lunch, I would say. Then the fifth condition is also pretty much self-explanatory. Read Bible for 30 minutes. Prayerfully read it. It's not like you read some newspaper or anything. When you're reading it, do meditate on it. Think about what God is speaking to you. Prayerfully read it with proper reverence and respect, and with a proper body language as well. It's not like you are lying down. If you are bedridden and you physically you're not able to get up, then that's a different issue. I'm not talking about that. For regular, ordinary, healthy people, sit up or make a position that is respectful and read the Bible. Then completing an act of mercy once per week. That means in Kreupasanam Shrine has already suggested that according to Matthew 25 verses 35 to 36, you do the act of mercy. So let's read that. For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me. These are the mercy acts that is suggested by Jesus Christ. Then the morning and evening prayers required by Marian Covenant. The morning prayer has to be recited at 5:30 a.m. and what they suggest is to finish it before 6 a.m. in the morning. So assume that you woke up 5 minutes late, you woke up at 5:35. That's okay. Just finish it before 6 a.m. That's what they suggest. But one thing I would like to share with you, because if you know only English and you're not listening to the other testimonies, people who have successfully completed Marian Covenant, they have all done this. They have specifically put an alarm and woke up at 5:30 a.m. and they have done this faithfully at 5:30 a.m. Initially, I was thinking that, okay, if you have a habit of waking up at 7 a.m., then you can recite it when you're getting up at 7 a.m. Because that would still be your morning prayer because you woke up at that time. That's not how it is. In Marian Covenant, each of the conditions are pretty strict. You hear it when you hear the testimonies from people, hundreds and thousands of people who are giving testimonies. Everything is uploaded in the YouTube channel of Kreupasanam official YouTube channel, that is Father VP Joseph official. If you go to that YouTube channel and listen to the testimony videos there, you will understand that without waking up at 5:30 and or basically putting in that effort is important for completing the Marian Covenant faithfully, because when you're entering into covenant, you are signing the agreement. You're physically signing the agreement saying that you will do this. So you have to do that as part of the Marian Covenant during those 90 days. It is very important. And for morning prayer, it is at 5:30 a.m. daily. And for those people who go to the shrine directly, you can go and when you go there, you will get, as part of your Marian covenant there, you will get a blue candle blessed by Father VP Joseph. But if you're doing it online, you don't have any way to get these candles, the blue candle and the green candle for evening prayer. You don't get those things, so you would have to do it without the candles. That is okay for online. When you're entering into online covenant, you don't have that condition to recite it with a blue or green candle, so you can do that without. But if you refer to my YouTube channel for the morning prayer, you can listen to my video number H006. I have uploaded the morning prayer, and in that, on the screen itself, I have added a blue candle just like this, and for evening prayer I have added a green candle. Because ours is an online prayer, then I think we can online Marian covenant, we can resort to the online blue candle and green candle. But physically at your home, even though you have done online candle, because you're away from the shrine and you're not able to visit the shrine, then you can reach the nearby Catholic church. What I do is, when I have done the online covenant, what I did is I went to the nearby Catholic church and I got blessed candles from there, and then I light it up when I'm doing my morning prayer and evening prayer. That's what I do. Then now I will explain you each of the first three conditions, because the last three conditions, fasting, Bible reading and act of mercy, we already explained it. Now I will talk about the first three things in detail. The first one is be free from sins and live in love, as per Galatians 5:19 to 23. So when you read this, it will feel like almost impossible. Let's first read what it says in Galatians 5:19 to 23. So Galatians 5:19 to 23 says, the acts of the flesh are obvious: sexual immorality, impurity and debauchery, idolatry and witchcraft, hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissensions, factions and envy, drunkenness, orgies and the like. Those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. So this is what it says in Galatians 5:19 to 23. And it also talks about the remaining part of that. Galatians 5:19 to 23 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So these are the acts of love, or the how to live in love. So this, when you read about this thing, it pretty much what is asking is live in holiness. Now when you look to the details of it, sometimes you might feel overwhelmed. It feels like, oh, I'm such a big sinner, I'm not able to 100% faithfully do this. I know that I will fall, or I know that I'm not such a lovely person, and things like that. And then you can what I would like to tell you is, every human being who enters into Marian covenant are human beings just like you. They're not angels, right? We are human beings. God knows our weaknesses, but what is important is trying to make your best effort. Your best effort is different from somebody else's best effort. Why? Because God is looking to your faithfulness. God knows everything about you. You don't have to explain anything to him. He knows everything, correct? So he knows what is best for you. There is this, I would like you to recall the story in the Bible where a widow comes and gives one coin into the at the synagogue, and Jesus saw it and told his disciples, saying that she put more than anybody else. Even though she has put in one little coin, she put more than everybody else. Why? Because that is all she had. So her best, she put her best. So it could not be the same thing if on the same day there would have been other rich people who came to the synagogue, and some of them put 2 or 3 coins, but technically speaking they put more than the widow. But the difference is that the widow put all she had. The rich people gave a small portion from their richness. So what God is looking for is your best. So in terms of this living in holiness also, make your best effort to live in holiness. And on your journey, if you happen to make a mistake, and then you repent for it and you go for confession. That's how we faithfully do this first condition, that is to live in, to be free from sin and to live in love, as per Galatians chapter 5. Then some conditions put forward from the shrine as part of the covenant are: abstain from alcoholism, smoking, and other psychotropic substances. Then forsake the works of flesh according to the verse Galatians 5:19. Then offer forgiveness to those who hurt you. Then control your tongue from talking evil and slander. Then practice gentleness and patience as Jesus Christ. Abandon 3 usual sins, that is repeating in the confession. So if you are a Catholic, you would know that you are regularly going for confession, and there are some sins in your confession that you repeat almost during every confession. So then at the beginning of making the covenant, you have to make a decision in your mind that you pick the most frequently done 3 sins that is repeating in every confession. So pick those 3 sins and you make an resolution in your mind that you're not going to repeat those 3 sins. So that's very important. That's a very important part of Marian covenant. This is something that is very, very specifically taught by the shrine. Then confession every 2 weeks. That means Catholics pay special attention to the Holy Confession. So abandoning 3 usual sins, that is repeating in confession, and there is confession every 2 weeks. So these are very easy for Catholics because they know what their 3 usual sins are, and they know how to confess every 2 weeks. But those this could become a hindering factor for people who are not Catholics or people who are not Christians. So what they need to do, I will tell them what they need to do. So before that, you need to understand some basic things about the sacrament of confession. So in order to receive the sacrament of confession, you need to first receive the sacrament of baptism in a Catholic church. So that means you should become a Catholic, you should become a Christian Catholic by receiving the sacrament of baptism. Even for a Catholic, what they do is, for example, when a child is born, the parents take the child to, when they are a baby itself, the parents take them to the church and baptize them. But the first confession is given after they attend the study classes, the training for doing a proper confession, and then they receive it at the age of 7 to 10, depending on the conditions or the background. They receive the first confession and first Holy Communion between the age of 7 and 10. So what would you do? Because you haven't received baptism, so you are not able to receive the sacrament of confession, but you have taken Marian covenant. Now what do you do when you have taken Marian covenant? What you can do is do properly prepared confessions. That is, if you don't know, if you have never done a confession in your lifetime, you can then you can still, and you don't know how to make a confession, what are the sins and how to live in holiness. I mean, to live in holiness, you need to know what are the sins and how you can confess to God. So if you don't know that, then you can listen to my video number D002, that is in my channel Engineers Gospel. I have given these links in the description of this video. So use that link to learn about how you can do a proper confession. So you need to list your sins, write it down, like use a mobile phone or something and list your sins. Don't show it to anyone, keep it private. If you know that your mobile, somebody knows the passcode for your mobile phone or something like that, don't use that mobile phone. Make sure that your confession list remains private. And then you use the video. Even for Catholics, if you want to do this Marian covenant really faithfully, do listen to my video, I would suggest, because most Catholics do a confession in a hurry. They will just run to the church and then prepare for 2-3 minutes for confession and then do it. Then that is not, then they will miss most of the sins to confess. So during the Marian covenant, make sure that you do properly prepared confession. Properly prepared confession means you sit down and meditate for like about 30 minutes to 1 hour and list all your sins, even the sins that you have done like 5-10 years ago. If you haven't confessed it so far, then do make a point to confess it. And I will tell you one more thing about confession. If a house is very dirty, when you clean it the first time, if you broom it or mop it the first time, you will clean it on an overall basis, and then you have to do a second cleaning, because only after the first cleaning the black spots will start showing up. Because if the house is too dusty, full of dust and dirt, then you won't be able to see the minor details of it. You would probably have to do a first one detailed confession, and then you get the grace to see more sins inside you. So this period of Marian covenant is also a period of purification and sanctification. So during every confession during the Marian covenant, you will get more and more sanctified during those 90 days. Do properly prepared confession for that sanctification. And what is the promise in the Bible is also like this, right? You purify yourself today, and tomorrow I will do miracles in your life. That's what it says, right, in Bible. So, and then the other thing is, sometimes you're in a country like in Saudi Arabia or something, or you're living pretty far from the church, so you are not able to make confession very frequently. Then what you need to do is you make a spiritual confession every 2 weeks. For the spiritual confession also, make sure that you do the properly prepared confession. I have made a video on how to do a spiritual confession. That's a video D010 that I've uploaded these videos like long time, 3-4 years back. So you can go and refer to those videos to do a properly prepared confession. I would suggest even Catholics to go refer to that video before taking the Marian covenant, because you need to exactly know what you're entering into before taking Marian covenant. The next thing is attending the next condition. First thing was to live in, first condition of Marian covenant is to live in holiness. The second condition for Marian covenant is to attend 6 Marian covenant retreats online. Like I said before, I have translated 6 Marian covenant retreats. So you can see those in my channel. But if you do know Malayalam, I do not recommend listening to my covenant retreat translations. Do listen to the original Malayalam covenant retreat by Dr. Father V.P. Joseph. But if you do not know Malayalam, then listen to the translation that I gave in my channel. I have given the links for each of those retreat translations in my description. The third condition of Marian covenant is gospel propagation mission. The gospel propagation is done in 2 different ways for by the pilgrim covenanters and online covenanters. If you are a pilgrim covenanter, that means you're going there directly to the shrine, then you can purchase the Kreupasanam newspaper from the shrine. It is available in different languages, so you can choose whichever language you want and distribute it in your location. I think you have to purchase a minimum of 60 newspapers and then distribute it, but don't go for the bare minimum, because most of the testimonies, the people who share their testimony that they received their blessing, most of them do a lot of distribution of the newspaper. They don't do the bare minimum, but at least do the bare minimum, that is purchase 60 newspapers and distribute it. And then the second thing you have to do is share the Kreupasanam related videos and testimonies online. So if you need English videos, then you can share the links in my channel. That is my video number H003, that will explain what is Kreupasanam Marian Shrine and where it is located and how somebody can go there and things like that. And the second video that I would suggest you to share is H005, that is about Marian Covenant itself, how this video, this same video that you're watching, that is, it will teach them about Marian Covenant, so that they can do it properly. And then English testimonies, there are different people who have given their testimony about how God helped them when they did the Marian Covenant. Those English testimonies, the links for those testimonies are also given in the description of this video. And then also the Covenant Retreat translations. Covenant Retreat translations are required if your friend doesn't know Malayalam language, because if your friend knows Malayalam language, then you just share the original Malayalam Covenant Retreat videos from the official YouTube channel of Father VP Joseph Kreupasanam Official. That's the official YouTube channel, so you can get the original Malayalam Covenant Retreats from there. But if you need the translation, you can watch my videos from H011 to H016. Those are 6 Covenant Retreat translations uploaded in my channel. Then if you are an online covenanter, then what they have suggested is to share the Kreupasanam newspaper downloaded from the Kreupasanam Shrine website. But when you're checking the Kreupasanam website, you may not find it there. So if you're not finding it there, then you can print out the Kreupasanam news document that I have prepared. I have given the link to that document, so you can print out 60 copies of that document, and then minimum of 60 copies. It's up to you whether you print 660 or 600 copies. So it's a 2-page document. You can print on both sides of the sheet, and that way you can print out like whatever number. I would suggest to print out at least 200 copies, because those who do the bare minimum on every single thing, when you're doing online covenant, it just shows that how little you want to do for God. Right? So whatever Holy Spirit is inspiring you to do. So but if you have a income limitation and you cannot print more than 60, that should be fine. So I mean, God is the one who is judging, nobody else. So God understands your situation better than anybody else, so it's up to you. But there is a minimum requirement, that is 60 copies. So then share, the second thing that you have to do is share the links given in the description of the video. That is Kreupasanam, about the video number H003, H005, then videos from H011 to H016. This videos, the H011 to 16 are Covenant Retreat translations. You need to share those videos only if your friend is listening, going to do Marian Covenant, because otherwise people would not be probably interested. But regardless, you can share it, because who knows, people, God is going to talk to them through that, right? So that's about, once you do this, your gospel propagation mission will be complete. The 2 ways of entering into Marian Covenant, we have described it already. That is, you can visit the shrine in person in Alappuzha district in Kerala state, India. if you go and watch my video, what and where is Kreupasanam Marian Shrine, then there I have given more details about how to visit the shrine. So do watch that if you are making a plan to visit the shrine. Then to make the online Marian Covenant, what you need to do is you go to kreupasanam-marianshrine.com. This is the website, and when you go there, you select the language you want to use. So click English, and then you can see there on the right side you have there are 3 lines where you can click and get into the online Marian Covenant area, and then you can register there. So the next thing is blessed covenant materials. When you're making an online covenant, you won't be getting these things, but these are very powerful blessed covenant materials. So if there is any chance, if you have any way of visiting the shrine directly, the best thing to do is to go and visit the shrine directly. They will give you a covenant class as well. I have covered in my covenant classes, I have covered most of it, but and also you will be able to learn more about the covenant in the Marian Covenant retreats, the translation that I've given, or if you know Malayalam, then you can directly listen to Father Joseph's video, all the covenant retreat videos, and then you will learn more about it. So it is always good to go to the shrine directly and get these blessed covenant materials. Why this blessed material is different from the other blessed materials that we get from the Catholic Church nearby is that the difference is that these are blessed 12 times. I believe I heard it like he also recite 12 masses, holy masses before that, and then he gives this. That's what I understand. I don't know much about the details of how this blessed material is made, but I do know the effect of using these blessed materials, because every day hundreds and thousands of people give testimony at the shrine saying that they use these different types of blessed materials from the shrine, and they see miracles in their life. So the blessed materials include the covenant candles, blue color and green color. Blue color is for the morning covenant prayer, green color is for the evening covenant prayer. Then they give a little book also. This is the covenant book. This covenant book is for they will in that book they will explain you everything about the covenant, but I have given a lot of information in my videos because the book is in Malayalam. I do not know whether an English book is available for it. Then there is a covenant oil. This is also a blessed covenant oil that you put every day morning after the covenant prayer at 5:30. You put it, you apply it on your forehead, and also prayerfully apply it on, for example, if you have a leg pain or back pain or ulcer or some area of your body that requires healing, you prayerfully apply this oil at that area of your body as well, and you will receive healing. And then there is covenant salt also that you apply. I have heard hundreds of testimonies in Kreupasanam where they used this covenant oil and covenant salt and also the covenant medal, and received different types. Then they've seen miracles in their life using these things. So these 3 things, the covenant oil, covenant salt, and covenant medal, these are very important and very useful. If you can go directly to the shrine and take the covenant and get these materials, that is the best thing to do. But you won't get these if you are doing it online. How to use this blessed covenant oil is, you can draw a cross on your forehead with the covenant oil after the covenant morning prayer, or apply the oil on sick areas of your body with 1 creed, 1 Our Father, and 7 Hail Mary. 1 creed, 7 Our Father, and 7 Hail Marys. The biblical reference for this is Psalm 92 verses 10 to 11. You have exalted my horn like that of the wild ox. You have poured over me fresh oil. My eyes have seen the downfall of my enemies. Uh, when we refer to enemies here, it could be the evil forces or Satan and his spirits that is trying to stop the blessings or trying to stop us from going forward in our life, or it could be physical human beings as well. Then the use of the blessed covenant salt. Um, you can add a few grains of salt to a cup of water uh, and then drink it with one creed, three Our Father, and three Hail Marys, or put a few grains, like one or two, even one or two grains would be sufficient. Just put a few grains of salt in a specific area where people are not walking. For example, if you want to stop the work of evil forces in your home, and you want to get the benefit of this blessed covenant salt, you can put a one or two grain on on a corner of a room of your living room or your bedroom, or practically all rooms in your house. You can put it one or two grains in a corner where because it is blessed, you don't want people to stamp on it. That's why you put it in an area where people are not walking. So how you can do it, maybe put that in a corner, because if people cannot stamp on a corner, right? So basically put it in a way that you will not cause any reverence. That's all. Then use of Marial medal. This one also, prayerfully wear it. I have heard numerous testimonies from Kreupasanam saying that they used added it to a chain and wore it on their neck, and then when for a specific purpose, when they were going to a government office to get their things done, and this has helped them in getting their papers done, or it has caused a miracle when they were going for an important talk or discussion or a business meeting. Some people carry it in their wallet as well. It all is it all works based on the faith. You prayerfully wear it with with reverence, and you understand that when you are entering into a Marian covenant, Mother Mary is with you, and this Mother Mary is a traveler. She travels with you wherever you are going while you are on, specifically when you are on covenant. Now, the significance, some people might be, wondering why you have to use a blue candle and green candle. Why not you use a regular candle? Well, there are significance for colors. I'll give you one example. Look at in the Latin Church, um, you can see during different um, time period of a liturgical year, the priest will wear different types of clothing for I forgot the name of that the cloth that they're wearing when they do the Holy Mass. So you can see different colors. You will see red color, and you will see purple color, and different four different, I think four or five different liturgical colors they use for different times of the liturgical year. So what does this covenant candle color blue means? That means it's a traditional color of Saint Mary, the Blessed Virgin. It stands for heavenly love and unveiling of truth. Virgin Mary is the Ark of the Covenant. How does she become the Ark of the Covenant? She carried Jesus Christ in her womb. That's how she and if you check the Ark of the Covenant in the Old Testament, this carried part of manna, the heavenly bread, and that was put inside the Ark of the Covenant. So Jesus is the bread of life, and she carried that bread of life in her womb. So she is called the Ark of the Covenant. And God told Moses to cover the Ark of the Covenant with blue cloth. And Mary's dark blue mantle is used from year 500 AD, and is of Byzantine origin. And at that time, it was also the color of an empress. It denoted the color of an empress. So Mother Mary is the Queen of Heaven and Earth. So it is rightfully the color for Mother Mary. If you go to Old Testament, you can read where God is telling Moses to cover the Ark of the Covenant with blue cloth. That's in Numbers 4, 5 to 7. When the camp is set out, Aaron and his sons shall go in and take down the screening curtain and cover the Ark of the Covenant with it. Then they shall put on it the covering of fine leather and spread over that a cloth all of blue, and shall put its poles in place. Over the table of the bread of the presence, they shall spread a blue cloth. See, on the table of the bread of the presence, also they put a blue cloth, and they also put on the top of the Ark of the Covenant, they put a fine leather, and on the top of that, you put blue color cloth. So that is for the blue color, and then the candle color green. The green symbolizes hope of new life, just like green leaf brought by the dove sent by Noah from the ark after the flood. If you remember, Noah sent a dove to check whether there is any trees or plants on earth. Then first time when he send the dove came back without seeing anything. But another time, 7 days later, Noah sent the dove out again. It returned in the evening, holding in its beak a green leaf from an olive tree. So that green leaf was actually a sign of hope of new life for Noah. So Noah had seen total destruction. So he was hoping for a new life, and this green leaf stood for the hope of new life. So people who are entering covenant are also usually after seeing a total destruction in their life. So this green candle stands for a hope of new life for them. Then now we get into how to enter into an online Marian covenant. So before entering an online Marian covenant, you need to have a few things. One thing is you need to have a Gmail email account in your own name. Why I say your own name? For example, if you have a Gmail account saying that you're saying if you put when you took the Gmail ID, if you put your first name and as Superman, and so the first name says as Superman, and then your last name you put Apple. So Superman Apple is your first and last name that shows up in your Gmail ID. Then you will not be able to register with that email ID. So you need to have a real Gmail ID which has your name, your first name and last name should be registered on that Gmail account. Otherwise, it will not work, because when you go online and do this software is set up in such a way that it will only accept real people. So the system works like that. That's why I'm telling you, you should have a Gmail email account with your own name listed. And when you think about it, you are entering into an online Marian covenant. This is a covenant with God. So basically, well, I'm not saying that Mother Mary is God, but when you are doing this, you are entering into a covenant with God. When you are the Kreupasanam Marian Shrine is an official Catholic shrine, and when you this is something that we are doing. There is paperwork involved in it. Once you register, the Kreupasanam officials will you will be listing your prayers, and they will take it out and they will submit it at the altar of Mother Mary. So you are directly contacting God there, because when they submit your prayer request at the altar at Kreupasanam, then your prayer is directly submitted in front of God. So you are entering into a covenant with God there. So when you're doing that, make sure that you do everything straightforward. Do not come up with an email ID saying Supergirl, Superman, and stupid email ID that you use for some other things in your life. You know what I'm talking about. So do it properly. When you're doing an online Marian covenant, do it in a straightforward way. Use your own name for it. And then another important thing is subscription to the official YouTube channel of Kreupasanam. That is the YouTube channel named Father VP Joseph official. That is the official YouTube channel. You can also get the link in the description of my video, that official YouTube channel. So first you have your Gmail ID in your name, and then that email ID should be used for that Gmail account should be used for subscribing to this YouTube channel of Kreupasanam. And then also, before you try to register your online Marian Covenant, make sure that your 6 prayer intentions that you're going to submit are typed out. Why I'm saying this? Because once you enter your official Gmail ID and everything, and the things will start moving fast. And then when you have to enter your prayer intentions, if you don't know what that is, and you will start thinking about it and trying to type down and all that. If the time runs out, and then if for something happens and it logs out for some reason, then when you try to do it again, it will not take your Gmail ID, because your Gmail ID has already been used. Then you would have to wait 90 days for that Gmail account to be able to be used again. So things like this can happen. This has happened with me personally. It has happened. But luckily I had many Gmail accounts in my own name. So when one did not work, I used another Gmail ID of mine and registered for the online covenant. But I'm telling you this in advance, so you are prepared for it. Okay, so type out your prayer intentions. If, for example, if you're using your mobile phone to register this for this online covenant, make sure that somewhere in your mobile, first type down your 6 prayer intentions that you're going to submit. So at the time when you have to submit your prayer intention, you only have to copy paste it to that location. Okay, then after preparing these 3 things that I told you earlier, then now you can go to the website kreupasanam-marianshrine.com, and then click English if you know only English. Then on the top right side, you can see 3 dots, 3 lines of horizontal lines, little white lines over there. Click on that, and then you will get a drop down saying there are many things on it, and click on online covenant prayer. Then click the click here button. From there you can guide yourself. If you are used to with doing things online, you would know this already, but just in case somebody who's not very good with internet and everything, for them I'm saying this. You can click on the click here button, and then click on the Gmail account, or sign in using the Gmail account that you want to register with, and then click online covenant prayer. Then fill in your name, your email ID, your phone number, and your location. For example, if you're registering from Africa, from say Nigeria, then write down your city name where you're if you're saying Lagos, say Lagos, and then register using your location, and then click send message. In the next page, there will be a space to fill out your intentions. So initially when I registered for this online covenant, when I came there, I thought I have to put all my 6 prayer intentions in the first space, but that's not how it is. First, fill in your first intention and click the submit button, and then it will give you a new space for submitting your second intention. That's how you fill out all the 6 intentions. It's not like you put in all the because you will get confused because you're seeing the submit button there. When you think that you click the submit button, or things will go away and you won't be having time to fill in the rest of the 5 intentions. No, it's not like that. After you submit, click the submit button, again another space will open up for entering your second intention. Okay, then what to expect after registration for online Marian Covenant? Then you will get 2 emails. One email is immediately after clicking the register button. Another email a few days later, or few weeks sometimes later. I got the confirmation after about 3 weeks when I registered. For example, when I registered on the 19th of a month, I got the confirmation on the 9th of the following month. So it could be like the waiting period for the confirmation email from Kreupasanam could take like 3 weeks. So the first email will look like this. The the subject line of the email would say, online covenant prayer request will approve soon from Kreupasanam Marian Shrine. That's what the subject line of the email will say that. And then it will say, blessings from Kreupasanam Marian Shrine, dear your name. Then we have seen your online covenant prayer request and will approve it soon. That's what this email says. And the second email, after a few days or a few weeks, you will get this second email saying that your prayer request is registered successfully from Kreupasanam Marian Shrine. That means they have already printed out your prayer request and they have submitted it at the altar. That's what this confirmation means. Then they will say, dear so and so, your prayer request is registered successfully. Say the Kreupasanam Marian apparition intercessory prayer on every morning at 5:30 a.m. and covenant prayer after the evening rosary prayer. Prayerfully follow the 6 conditions for 90 days. You will get the miracle with the powerful intercession of Kreupasanam, Mother of Grace. That's what it says in the second email. So you will get that confirmation after they have done the processing in the Kreupasanam office, that they will print out your prayer request and submit it at the altar. Then I will give you some suggested prerequisites. This is based on my own experience doing the online covenant, and also based on the teachings from the shrine. That is, I would suggest give due respect to the Marian covenant. That means you're entering into covenant with God through Mother Mary. So seriousness and a mindset full of fear of God and gratitude towards God is a must for a successful completion. That means you think about the Old Testament. Who are the kind of people who God chose to enter into a covenant with? God chose Abraham. When you read in Genesis 17, you see that God enters into a covenant with Abraham. Then God enters into a covenant with Noah in Genesis chapter 9. Also, you can see Jacob in Genesis 28 entering into a covenant. So God chose these kind of people like Abraham, Noah, and Jacob. These were people having unwavering faith. They depended on God in their times of trouble, and they were able to listen to God when God directed them with something. They were willingly able to follow in spite of all the difficulties that they faced. They were still giving priority to God in spite of all the difficulties in their life, and they were ready to follow. These were people with backbone, I would say. So give due respect to Marian covenant when you're entering it. It's not like another prayer. Sometimes you take up a novena for 9 days or 90 days, or there are some novenas that continues for a year, and you do that, and sometimes you give up from the novena after 2-3 days. You forget about the novena and you stop it, and you don't follow up with it. But that's not how it is when you're doing an online Marian covenant. It is completely different. You might be seeing this kind of prayer project for the first time in your life, because it is one of its kind. There is nothing like there is no comparison for this covenant project in Catholic Church as of June 2023, because this is you are making a signature and doing a bilateral agreement with God. It is very different from any other prayer programs available in Catholic Church as of now. So offer to glorify God by giving testimony at the beginning of your covenant. You make sure that you will give testimony, because when God is doing a miracle in your life, you do need to glorify God, that I got this because of this. For example, I'm just giving you an example. For you have cancer, and all people know that cancer is not something that is curable. From your doctor has already said that, okay, you are in such a stage, or this is not curable, this is what is lying ahead. Your doctor has already said that, so you understood that there is no human way of clearing this out. Only thing is you can take medicine and probably prolong your life, and that's about it. um, then um, the only hope for you is a miracle from God. So when that happened, when you have taken this online covenant and God did that miracle, and then there is no cancerous cell in your body anymore, when you're testing, the test results comes out like, after the Marian covenant, when you're going and doing the test, well, before the Marian covenant you did the test and saw that there is cancer, that cancer is spread out and it's in a very dangerous condition. But after the Marian covenant you go and do the test, and test comes out like there is no cancer in your body anymore. That means it is a miracle done by God, right? It is clear, and there is medical evidence and paperwork to prove it. Then you are the only person who know that you have taken Marian covenant. That's how this happened. Now then you have to glorify God. You have to tell the people around you, including the doctors and the people around you, saying that this is what happened. This is my a test result before doing the Marian covenant, and this is the test result after the Marian covenant. You have to say that to people around you, and also you have to give the testimony at the Marian shrine. So if you are financially able to go and do the testimony at the Marian shrine in India, that is the best thing to do. But if you are financially not able to do that, or physically you are not able to do that for some reason, then you can always record your testimony and send it to the Kreupasanam email ID, so that you can glorify God. Okay, so make sure that you make that resolution in your mind that you will glorify God by giving your testimony. Because when God does a miracle, you should give testimony. That is for other people, that there is God is alive, and you're becoming a witness for Jesus Christ and Mother Mary. Then I will these and I would also suggest a 2 weeks of preparation time before you enter into online Marian covenant. What you should do during those 2 weeks of preparation is, why I'm suggesting this 2 weeks of preparation. There are many people who entered into Marian covenant without proper preparation, without really knowing what it is, and then they have failed. They haven't completed the covenant properly, and they didn't get anything that they asked for. Their prayer requests were not granted. Why? Because they didn't do the covenant properly. So first thing you have to do before entering the covenant is to actually learn about it, because you need to know what you should do, because it's a bilateral agreement. You agree to do certain things and Mother Mary agrees to do certain things, right? So it's a bilateral agreement. So you need to do what you're supposed to do. So you need to know what you should be doing. But start preparing and plan to enter the covenant 2 weeks later. Okay, then, except if you have a life threatening emergency, if say the you or your loved one is in a critical danger situation where the doctor is saying that he won't survive more than 24 hours, then what do you get online, do the registration right away, but in your mind say to Mother Mary that, okay, I will do all the preparation and do everything possible and study about this covenant and do everything within the first 2 weeks. So, and then take it seriously and do it from the first day of registration. Okay. So that way also you can do. That's when you are in a life-threatening emergency. I wouldn't suggest you to wait for 2 weeks. Do the registration right away, because God knows your situation, right? What kind of situation you entered in. But otherwise, for example, you are looking for a job for 10 years and you didn't get it, or you're doing a low-class job, low-grade job compared to your experience or your education. You are doing a low-grade job and you actually want a breakthrough in your career, or you want a breakthrough in your business, and things are not coming into place. Or suppose you a, a person is missing from your life. For example, you lost your child and the child is missing. You don't know what happened to your child. Or another person, a person in your life had Alzheimer's and things like that, and the person went missing and you don't know where that person is, or for whatever reason, or anything, any impossible thing, but it's been a while. It's been like 5 years, 10 years, or 2 years. It's been a while since that has happened. So your life is moving on with that issue, but you want things to change. So you still have another 2 weeks, because you were already waiting for 2 years. Then you can wait another two weeks. That's not a it's not going to make any difference, right? So take the time to prepare for the Marian covenant. I'm not saying you should wait exactly 14 days or things like that. Just do what I'm telling here to do, and once you complete that, you can do it in 3 days, or you can do it over a weekend and then enter the Marian covenant. That's okay. As long as the preparation is done, you are ready to go, then you can do that. Okay. The effort you put in to do this covenant properly, that effort is directly proportional to the success or fulfillment of the covenant. If it doesn't cost you, it is not going to give you anything. If you look at the verse 2 Samuel 24:24, King David said, I will not offer burnt offerings to the Lord my God that cost me nothing. Right? If it doesn't cost you, then you're not serious in your offering. So it should cost you. You should put in your effort, your money, your time, and everything for the covenant. Then listen to my videos. If you know Malayalam, then go to the official YouTube channel. Again, I'm saying this, but if you don't know Malayalam, then listen to my videos and learn about the covenant during the 2 weeks of preparation time before registering to the online covenant. Then prepare a list of things that you wish for during this 2 weeks time, because you're preparing. You have to select the top 6 things that you want, because you can put in 6 prayer intentions. So prepare a list of things that you wish for. You can make a list of 10 or 20 or 100, and then during the 2 weeks of time, you prayerfully meditate on it and prioritize, add and delete the list from the list, and make your final list of 6 things that you want to pray for. Sometimes Kreupasanam Shrine also suggests you to just put in 5 intentions and then leave the 6th one to Mother Mary. That is, you don't fill in the 6th one. Instead, you say that Mother Mary can do the 6th intention herself. That means she is free to do whatever she wants. So, and then when people have done that, people have got things that they would never imagine. That has also happened. So you can do that also, or you can put in all the 6 intentions yourself. It's all up to you. Make sure to include the most impossible things. Yeah, you heard it right. Make sure you include the most impossible things. For example, you have a debt of like $2 million, and there is no way that you can clear that debt, and you have already filed bankruptcy because you are not able to clear it out. And you're 100% sure that it will never be possible in your life that you can clear that debt. In that case, make sure clearing that debt will be one of your intentions in the Marian covenant, because Father VP Joseph always teaches people to put in the most impossible things for Marian covenant. Then also during the 2 weeks of preparation, make your confession list. Then use my videos for preparing for the confession. You need to go through all the areas of confession that you need to see whether you have been obeying the 10 commandments, whether you have been following the Beatitudes, whether you've been following the you have done anything against, done anything of the capital sins. There are so many things that you need to analyze before you can do a proper confession. So if you don't know what that is, then go to my video. I have given the description, link in the description. So go to the description of the video and listen to my video and do a proper confession. So do use my video for at least 2-3 times for the first 2-3 confessions until you have cleared out everything. Just like I said before, if a house is completely dirty and full of dust, that is, if you're making a quick confession for the past few years, or you are not sitting down to meditate on and to prepare for confession, then there will be so many things that you're missing during your confession. So in order to find those things out, you go to my video and listen to it and prepare for confession. Then have a genuine contrite heart when you're entering into covenant. Make a genuine and complete confession. Then if needed, you also recite a few rosaries. And also at the beginning, I'll give you my example. When I was entering my covenant, I went to my nearby Catholic church, and asked for I paid for one holy mass for my special intention. In my heart, I didn't say my intention there, but my intention was to properly do my online covenant. Because I knew the seriousness of, by the time I was making that online covenant, I knew the seriousness of what I'm doing. So I thought I need special blessings and graces from God to be able to properly do this covenant. So I did that. I'm not saying you have to do the same thing. I'm just giving one example. Take it seriously. That's all I'm saying. Okay. And then also go and get blessed candles and blessed water from the Catholic Church. Well, if you're going to directly to the shrine, they'll teach you everything. You will get all the blessed candles and everything you need. But just in case you're doing online, that's what I'm saying. But even when you're going to the shrine directly, still do the preparation beforehand. Do a 2 weeks of preparation anyway. Prayerfully prepare for it and get it serious. Get into it seriously. Then how to renew an online Marian covenant. Once you registered and you completed your 90 days and you want to renew it, then wait for 91 days, because when you register online, sometimes something happens and you were not able to follow through the covenant for the first 2 weeks, and then you try to register it. Okay, then you would think, okay, that one is messed up, so I will make another covenant. And then you try to online using the same try to register using the same email ID, and it won't let you do that. It will ask you to wait for 90 days. Okay. So on the 91st day, your covenant is completed. So on the 91st day, you will be able to do the covenant. On the 91st day, if you are trying to renew it and it's not letting you, it's probably because of the confirmation email, the date of the confirmation email that you received. Because I told you earlier, you will be getting 2 emails. First, immediately after your registration, first email, and the second email you will get after a few days or a few weeks. That is after the Kreupasanam office has processed, because there are so many people trying to enter into online covenant and they're not able to process all of that. So it might take some time, and you will be getting the confirmation email a few days or a few weeks after your registration. So if that happens, then you can you probably the number of days count from the date of confirmation email. I'm not sure whether your covenant starts from the day you register, or the covenant starts from the day you got the confirmation email. In my scenario, I got my confirmation email 3 weeks after the registration date. But what I did was, I was doing my covenant prayer and everything. I myself personally, I entered into the covenant on the day of registration itself. That means the next day on one day evening I registered, and from the next day morning onwards I was doing my morning covenant prayer and doing everything that the covenant required. So it's up to you whether you want to wait till the confirmation email comes to get into the covenant, because God knows that you have entered, you have done this, you have registered. So I would suggest get into it right away. Don't wait till the confirmation email comes in. You can do that if you want to, but I would suggest once you register, from the next day morning onwards, you do the prayer. You start doing your covenant. Okay. Then how to give testimony after you receive the blessing. So you can give testimony, like I said before. You can either visit the shrine to give the testimony, or you can record your testimony video using a mobile phone and send it to the Kreupasanam testimony email ID, mariantoday.com@gmail.com. Okay, let's go to Kreupasanam website to see what you can do. So Kreupasanam-marianshrine.com, that's the website. And in that, choose your language, English. And then when you click on English, you will get this page where you can see on the right top side, you can see the 3 little lines over there. You click on that, and then you will get this drop down line. And from here, you can to register for online covenant prayer, then you can click on online covenant. But when you go down, you can see testimonial there. Click there and you click on testimonial video. You can read the description here, that is, on receiving your prayer intention, we will hand over to our intercessory prayer. So there is a intercessory prayer group in Kreupasanam shrine. They will be praying for your intentions as well during your covenant period. So all the favors that you received should be given to them. So their email ID is mariantoday.com@gmail.com. I'm not sure whether this email ID can include a .com in there, whether it is mariantoday@gmail.com or mariantoday.com@gmail.com. I'm not sure about it. But anyway, this is what is written in Kreupasanam Marian Shrine website. That is mariantoday.com@gmail.com. That's how they have spelled out their email ID. I'm not sure whether this is right or wrong. First, do send your testimony video that has been shot in your mobile phone at this email ID, and if this email ID comes back saying that there is no valid email ID in this name, then try mariantoday@gmail.com. This is my suggestion. I'm not sure what I should be doing when this happens, if the email that you're sending doesn't go there. But if there is any possibility, you go directly to the shrine, because this email ID doesn't seem to be right. There is some spelling mistake or some typo or there, because this .com looks pretty confusing to me, because email IDs usually don't have a .com in it. But anyway, who knows? So try it. That's all I can say. Like I said before, I'm not officially associated with Kreupasanam Shrine, so there is no way that I can change anything in their website. Share your experience. I'm telling this for people outside India. If you have gone to the shrine, and or people from outside Kerala, if you have an experience of your travel and everything, do share it in the comment section under this video, so that can be your experience can be used for other people. So that is, people don't know how to travel there, so maybe the notes that you put in under the comment section might be useful for other people here. So you can say where you traveled from, how much it costed, travel expenses, and for how many days, where you stayed, which website or agency you used, if you used any of them, and what time period did you use it, and then glorify God in the comment section by saying that, okay, I used this covenant, online covenant, I did this using this website of Kreupasanam, and I received this miracle in my life. So do that. So that's also for other people who would be seeing this video, and you're glorifying God. Somebody might say, I did the covenant, but not even one of my 6 prayer requests were granted. So Dr. Father B.P. Joseph says, if none of the covenant prayer requests out of the 6 that you submit were granted, then after the 90 days covenant period, that means God hasn't even looked at you. If that happened, then go back and check the 6 covenant conditions and find out all the things that you missed doing. Marian Covenant is not just about reciting prayers, it's a project. Based on the breakdown that I've given on the right side, this is a breakdown that is given by Father Joseph. He says Marian Covenant is actually a project that includes 20% prayer and 80% work. So it includes mission work, it includes charity work. So you have to complete all of that. Then only the covenant from your part remains valid, because Mother Mary doesn't go back from her covenant. It's the human part, that is you and me. We are the ones who doesn't do our part. So go back and check. If you haven't received any of the 6 blessings that you asked for, then that means God hasn't looked at us, and then it's time for us to go back and check what we did wrong. So then renew the covenant and complete it faithfully. I'll give you a few examples. Let's go to the 6 conditions that we start with. So the 6 conditions are: be free from sins, live in love, as per Galatians. So go back and check whether you have been doing your confession once in 2 weeks, And also, were you doing a proper confession? Were you just running and doing a quick confession, not really thinking about what you did, and not making any effort to get out of those sins, and not doing proper penance? What were you doing wrong in that area? And were you actually true to this saying that you have to stay out of the top three sins in your life? So what did you do with that part? Did you do your best effort? I'm not saying that you, if you did one of those top three sins that you were always repeating in your confessions, if you happen to do it once, and actually sorry about it, but just happened once, then your all the covenant is completely gone or anything like that. But try your best to live in holiness. And non-Christians, basically, who are worried about the confession part, there is no need to worry about you not being able to confess because you are not a Catholic, but just follow the directions that I have given regarding the spiritual confession. Just do the spiritual confession. Then the second thing is attending 6 Kreupasanam Marian retreats. Did you actually listen to 6 Kreupasanam Marian retreats? Either if you know Malayalam, then you should have done it from the YouTube channel, or you should have listened to the translations that I have given. Did you do any of these things? Then the third one, this is the part that most people find challenging: gospel propagation mission, distributing news about Kreupasanam. This is the one major part of most of the success stories or success testimonies at Kreupasanam. Everybody who go there saying that their prayer requests were granted, they have done this part very faithfully. That is distributing the news about Kreupasanam. The same thing is, if you can send the links from my videos and send it to your friends. That is just as good as making the video itself, because what are you doing? What is your mission? That is to let people know about Kreupasanam Marian Shrine and the big miracles that Mother Mary is doing using the shrine. That is what you're doing, and that you can, in whichever way you do it, as long as you do it, it's fine. Then fasting 1 day per week. Are you doing that, or are you finding excuses for that? Then the next thing is reading the Bible. Are you doing it, or are you actually listening to it? Or you can also listen to Bible for 30 minutes instead of reading. For example, if you don't have time to sit down and read it, then you can download some Bible apps, or you can listen to some online websites and listen to Bible from there. I myself have uploaded a few portions of Bible in my channel. You can, when you are driving, you can listen to those videos as well, and that is equivalent to 30 minutes of reading Bible. However you do it, just do it for 30 minutes. Then completing an act of mercy. This is another challenging area for people. That is, the acts of mercy would include visiting sick people or people in prison or something like that. It's not that you have to do all the acts of mercy. Within your reach, within your control, whatever you can do, just do those things, the acts of mercy. So think about what you haven't done, analyze those and rectify those. Without completing these 6 conditions of Marian Covenant, and also doing morning prayer at 5:30 a.m. and the evening prayer after a rosary, these are very important to say that you have completed Marian Covenant. If you're missing these essential things, then you haven't done anything. So make sure that you do your things faithfully. Then a little bit of a clarification for non-Catholics and for non-Christians. Somebody might ask, who is Mother Mary? Is she a god? No, she is not a god. Then who is Mother Mary? She is the mother of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is God, and Mother Mary is the human mother of Jesus Christ. So she is the queen of heaven and earth, and she is crowned by her son Jesus Christ immediately after her life on earth. and what she does in our spiritual life, or what is her power. Her power comes from God, the divine power that has been given to her by God himself, that she can intercede for us. Her power intercession is the most powerful intercession in heaven. It is like if you would go to your MP, member of parliament, or MLA, member of legislative assembly, and you ask their recommendation for getting your things done from a government office. It's just like that. Or somebody, if you're contacting somebody powerful to act on your behalf, so that's what Mother Mary does. She has a very powerful intercessory power in front of God, so she can intercede for us, she can pray for us, and she can get our things granted. Then your questions on because I'm not Christian and I'm not Catholic, I'm not able to confess. The thing is, you can do a spiritual confession directly to God, because God knows your condition, that you're not Christian or you're not Catholic. So whenever, if in ever in your life, if it is possible for you to be baptized in a Catholic church, when God inspires you to do that, then you can do that. Until that time, you can do spiritual confession directly to God, and God will forgive you, because God knows your situation, right? God is asking your best, that's all. Then the next thing, I will give you some final notes. So do not give up if you messed up in the first weeks. For example, you missed the morning prayers for a few days, or missed Bible reading for a few days, or something like that. Don't give up just because you missed it for a few days. Instead, what you can do is just say sorry to God. Be actually sorry about it, because the covenant is serious, and you have given word to God that you will do certain things. Now, when you haven't done that, you make sure that you are sorry, and say sorry to God, and continue with your covenant resolutions. Don't worry about the past, then look forward to the future and do what you can. Put in your best effort. Then also, please keep checking the description of this video, because I won't be able to edit this video all the time. Once it is uploaded, it is uploaded. I would not bother to edit it except in very rare scenarios when there is a major change happening. But I will update with additional information if I get anything about the covenant, or if there is a correction that I need to make, I will be making that in the description of this video, because once the video is made, it is uploaded, then I can't do it. I can't do anything to edit it, because right now YouTube doesn't allow any online editing work. So I'm not able to do that. So make sure you check the description. And also, I will be adding links to additional videos that I make on Marian Covenant. So you can check the video, check the description of the video for my additional videos related to this subject. Then ask any questions you have in the comment section. I will be checking the comment section, and I will be pinning my comment at the top of the comment section, and I will answer your questions in the pinned comment. So do read the pinned comment if you have asked any questions. Then if I have already mentioned the answer to your question in my video, then I will not be repeating the answer in the pinned comment. So please listen to the video fully before asking your question. Okay, and then I will also give you a suggestion that you listen to this video again if you are hearing about Marian Covenant for the first time. And also because Marian Covenant involves a lot of learning for a successful completion. Every bit of bits and pieces of information that I've given you, each of those things are important. So do take this seriously. And also, I would suggest to listen to this video again approximately after 30 days of your registration for a Marian Covenant. Why? Because it's only after you start doing things you face problems, and it's only after doing 30 days you can actually do an assessment on how you are going ahead with your Marian Covenant. So make sure you do an assessment after like 30 days from your beginning date. You can cross check and ensure that you're doing everything right. Then I will also give you a link for some miraculous testimonies in English. you can when you click on that link, you can scroll down to the bottom of the page. It is those testimonies are the links are given in the Kreupasanam website itself. So if you go to that link, and you can see what the testimony in English about a miraculous healing, and then another testimony about a job, getting a job without an IELTS in United Kingdom, and then this lady from Gulf country who got rid of a cheater from her office, and then another testimony about Mother Mary saving a government company in India using the cabinet of the country. These are some testimonies which I found in English, which you can watch. If you liked my video or think that this would be useful for you or for somebody else that you know, then make sure to share this video and subscribe, turn on the notification, and also share and comment under this video. Okay, thank you, and may God bless you.